Pretty good. I don't think there's too much frustration. There's some frustration in decisions today, but not decisions that were going to necessarily change the event. Only a possible sending off, because they were excellent today. So simple as that. You know, there's no frustration over the performance levels. They were the better side. Simple as that. You know, so there's no frustration in that.
What was your view of the Dele Alli early yellow card?
It's a tough one. You know, some of the referees and some of the meetings you go to, they talk about that orange card, you know, where it's so awkward, they're in debate on it. And it's probably one of them. It's a poor challenge in the sense that he's never going to get the ball, you know, because I've got the angle on it. He's never going to make it. You know, in bygone years, that's just a yellow and we all get up and get on with it. Now we're talking about, are you out of control when you challenge? You know, are you in control when you challenge? So if you add all that in, then it's a tough decision for the referee. I had one recently last week. You know, two of their players had one and didn't get the red card. I don't want red cards if you can help it. That is what referees call an orange one, where one week they make a decision, he goes, another week they don't. The most interesting thing is the time of the game. We all know that. You know, if that's 60 minutes in, is it like, oh, you know, that's got to go? And then because it's early, is it, oh, no, they're just getting used to it? That's really tough.
And in terms of the penalty, ironically, he then goes and wins the penalty.
Yeah, well, they're really tough, them ones as well. You know, it's amazing. Two decisions that are really hard for referees, I think, today. Because it doesn't need to challenge. You know, Kevin, he's learning at this level, but he doesn't need to make the challenge. But he gets a toe on it, and he's going down, and then the contact comes. That's the only frustration. But I've got to be honest, it's a challenge that didn't need to be made, and clever players will make the best of that. You know, and that's more gamesmanship. So then it's careful, you know, careful here. Because the ones we know that are blatant, I don't think that's blatant, but I think he's on his way, that's for sure. Because I've seen it back. And, you know, Kevin Long touches him after his legs are already falling down into the penalty. I think the amazing thing about today, if we're going about decisions, I need to make it clear again, they were the better side. I need to make that clear. But the amazing thing about the decisions is Ashley Barnes, it's a penalty. It's impossible. It's not a penalty. Their defender's the wrong side of play. I was a defender. He's the wrong side of play. Jumps across Ashley Barnes, elbows him in the face, and nearly scores an own goal. It's a penalty. So that's my key frustration. Now, it would have been probably incidental with 3-0 down. But you still want them decisions given, because over a season they're important. Vokes' is a similar one. I can't see a lot wrong with that. You know, the way I look at it, and this is how I try and judge goalkeeping moments, if that was a centre-forward winning a header against the centre-half, 30 yards out from goal, I bet he don't give a foul. But he gives it on the keeper. So they're more, I think, are closer decisions in a different way. But the Ashley Barnes one is no-brainer. But I think we should get off that, because it's really important, I think. Kane today, top class. I thought he was absolutely top class. They're a really good side, but he makes them an even better side. I think he's arguably one of the best forwards in the well, certainly in Europe at the moment.
Has he got the ability to have a really good World Cup in your opinion?
Well, who knows? I mean, the World Cup's a different animal, but he's from what I gather from everyone that talks about him, top class professional, works at his game all the time. I just thought he was by far the best player on the pitch today. By far, one of the best performances I've seen this season today from him.
Is it just his finishing, or is it his all-round?
No. In fact, it's not just his finishing. I think there's a lot of top players who can finish. Does the ugly stuff, works, holds it up, he's awkward, you can't get a clean header. I think he's an absolutely top-class player, and I thought his performance was outstanding today. And along with a lot of others, I thought their whole team played well today. But him, if you've got a figurehead like that, every time the ball turns over, we gave away the ball too cheap today, obviously, but every time we turned over, he is on it like a shot. He can smell a chance as quick as any centre-forward I've seen.
How would you mark him?
Well, in my day, times have changed.
Well, do you watch players and think, how would I stop him perhaps?
No, I think you watch your centre halves and you try and they'll self-educate from playing against players like that, and you try and teach them. You show them clips of their cleverness, show them clips of how sharp they are and their movement, how quickly they anticipate, how quickly they read situations is a big one for the real clever centre forwards. They read it so early. His second goal, Ben Mee brings it down, plays a soft one into midfield, it lands, he is on it like a shot. He's got his shoulders turned, almost subliminally saying to the man with the ball, put it there and I'm going to go and finish it. Fantastic play, fantastic play. Johan Gudmundsson, lad makes a good challenge, gets up, goes through, smashes it in the corner. You know, I mean, top class, I think, absolutely. And they're a good, really good side. But if you've got him at the top, I think he makes them a way better side.
I mean, do you watch them and think, well, it's hard for my defenders, so I'm not going to give my defenders a load of grief for losing 3-0 because
You do. There are times today when it wasn't just the defenders. We were misshapen on too many occasions. We gave the ball away too many times. You know, against sides like this, they'll hurt you on counter very quickly, and especially Tottenham actually. And there's a couple of other sides who, you know, they do a lot on that and transition. I think that's a big part of the game now. And they did it well today. We gave the ball away far too cheap. But part of that is because they did press, they worked, they stayed as a unit. You know, they're a good side. And there's been a few question marks over them. I haven't been questioning them. I've been watching them thinking, you're a good side. You know, and they were today.
Are you going to find out about your side over this period?
No, these are not measurements for us. These are, we all know where the real market is for the superpowers, as I call them, and they're part of it. We're doing a great job, as far as I'm concerned. We're the top of the rest where we are is a fantastic position for a club like us and a team like us. I don't do, you know, myths and all of that. I do reality. What we're achieving with this group is a very high standard of football. But when you come across them on their day and you're not, then that can happen. You know, against any of them top clubs. We're not there yet. We know that. So there's a reality to what we're doing. But where we were a year ago to where we are now, then I'm very, very pleased. And that shows a lot of development in the team, a lot of development in my staff and what we're trying to achieve. But we don't measure ourselves against these. That doesn't mean you can't get a win, by the way. We've done that already this season. But what I'm saying is, generally speaking, if they turn up and you don't, they win. Simple as that in this league.
A few more bumps and bruises.
Yeah, Woody, we'll wait and see. I don't think it's a drastic one, but it's a sore enough to make him come off, so that's not ideal. Obviously, it was hard today changing. You know, we've made changes for the first time in a while we've had to. But I do believe in the squad, you know, and so I'm not going to, you know, try and say anything about the squad because I believe in all of them. But it is hard when you're dotting and dabbing, you know, 3 and 4 at a time. So we'll have to wait and see with Woody.
They're all right. It's a big bash.
Yeah, it'll be all right, yeah.
Is that a bit of a compliment that they bring in Sissoko and Aurier, that sort of more powerful physical?
I don't get the impression that any manager doesn't take us seriously. I think we have to take everyone seriously, but I think teams take us seriously, and I think they did today. Certainly, you could tell by the early part of the game, they made good decisions to press. I mean, really high press, really fast, really energetic. They obviously came here to do that, and we ended up reversing and going back to our keeper more than we'd like to. You know, we want to play forward and through them, but they came en masse. You know, so that's respecting itself. You know, didn't just come and say, oh, well, we'll let them play a bit and we'll see if we're better than them. They actually said, no, we need to get this done right. And I thought that was another thing. You know, they're real good technicians, but they did all the ugly stuff today. And that's another marker, you know. I said that to the players afterwards. So we're moving forwards, you know, but they're a team that are already up there and yet they're still doing all the hard work and all the ugly stuff as well as some of the quality, of course.
Do you have to lift chins a bit ahead of Trafford?
Absolutely not. I've seen the league table. I don't stare at it, but there's no lifting chins. When you're Burnley Football Club and you're where we are, 32 points, there's no lifting chins. Just reality. We've got some big teams coming, big challenges. But they're there, wherever you are in the league, you've got to play them, you know. Whatever happens, you move forward. So there's absolutely...
What happened there last season, I mean, it was a famous draw.
Yeah, but they were superb last season. Tom was saving all sorts. So, no, we know the run of games we've got. No problem with it. That's life in the Premier League. You know, we've got some challenges at the moment with our squad for the first time in a long time. That's the way it goes.
Does the squad not feel as big as it did 3 months ago? I mean,
well, no, that's only from literally it's not because people are injured.
Yeah, well,
so it doesn't feel any different. They're just physically injured.
But there's less
or suspended.
I mean, a lot of games coming in the space of 6 or 7
Yeah, well, like I say, they're the challenges of our bigger picture, if you like. You know, wage bill meets availability of players, meets the amount of players. But I think the squad's as good as we've had it. I'm really pleased with the squad. Don't get me wrong. But it's just more difficult when you're making lots of changes all at once. Particularly people who are developing into their careers. You know, Kevin Long's developing into his career. I thought Chaz did really well today. Chaz Taylor, you know, developing into his career. You know, mixed in with some good experience. But, you know, that's all part of what we are as Burnley. You know, continually looking to move forward. And you have to take a few knocks along the way. It's simple as that. Okay, cheers.
All the best.
Yeah, good Christmas to everyone.
Yeah.